This is an historic night for Australia. Alex, if I could just get your opinion first of all on the magnitude of this fight with what Steve's trying to do in becoming the third champion from these shores.
Mate, that just fired me up. You know, that's really got me going. I cannot wait for this one. Like, if you are in the know, you know this is going to be a good fight, and Steve Erceg is going to bring it. I think exactly what he said there as well. Pantoja's tough. You know, he's a gamer. He's gonna go out there. But he, you know, whether it's sloppy, but he is you could almost say careless. There are going to be openings that Steve Erceg can capitalise on, and he is a type of fighter that can capitalise on it. And I think we're going to be in for a big victory for Steve Erceg coming out of Australia as well. I cannot wait for this because I'm very, very excited. And again, he gets to really showcase his skills on the on the main event of a pay-per-view. And get that title, mate. I cannot wait for this.
Again, he's Steve Erceg's going for history. You know, only the third person from our side of the world to get a belt. So it's a massive thing to be a part of the class. Yourself, Robert Whittaker, you know, to be a part of that must be huge for him. The amount of pressure should.
Have you trained with him before?
I've never trained with him before.
So I trained with him when I was in Perth. So I think it was for my Islam camp, my first one. I went there and did a bit. I remember we were having a good chat. And he hit me up and he goes, "Oh, mate, like," because I ended up doing a sort of a, what would you call it? It was just like 5 guys versus me. Like I was all in bad position.
Oh, Shark Tank.
So it was like a Shark Tank, but me in like a bad positions, like a pinned, you know. And obviously the goal was to get out of it. And he goes, "Man, I couldn't believe, like, I almost wanted to give up, like, you know, like what I do, like the way you were getting out. But obviously that's my thing. But I'm glad that he got to, because you got to see sort of how I trained and all that. And I remember him having a chat to him, and he's saying he took a lot out of that session as well. And I think that's going to be crucial for this fight, and the fact that, you know, he might be put in some positions. As we said, he's very scrappy, Pantoja. He might do some big double legs. He might be put in a uncomfortable position, maybe. But I'm sure he's doing that time and time again in the gym. And that's what's going to make a big difference in this fight. Get yourself uncomfortable, get yourself in them bad positions in the gym, and so you're ready for whatever. You know, obviously with me, with the Islam fight, we all knew how tough that was going to be, but I just made sure I went through it in the training. And when I was talking to him, that seemed the case for him too, and I cannot wait for him to go out there and showcase his skill.
Well, Josh, you mentioned it, and Alex, it is esteemed company that he's joining in yourself and Robert Whittaker. Does he have what it takes to be amongst that class?
Oh, 100%. Like, I truly do believe it. Obviously, some people look at this and like it was a fast track to the UFC title, but that doesn't mean he's not ready. Like, I guarantee you this, like I've heard many people say it earlier in his career, saying that this guy's going to get right to the top in his skills, showcasing the skills that he has, the well-roundedness that he has. He's been looking great. He is very well-rounded. He's smart. He's fit. He's got all the right tools. And he's got all the right tools to be a champion. And I think he does it this weekend. I cannot wait.
Well, just speaking of his skills, Josh, what do you like stylistically from what you see from Steve Erceg?
To be honest, I think he's sharp. Like what you said, he's well-rounded. He does everything really well. But, man, I think the biggest thing for this fight to take place and for him to walk away with the belt is that he has to believe in himself. Yeah. I think what you just touched on before is that he got a chance to train with you and got a chance to sort of see what level he's at, and just to be in the same room. Like, speaking from my experience, being able to train with you as well, is that, like, I gained so much confidence knowing that I'm being able to train with you, being able to see that the gold standard level that we need to be to get to the top. You know what I mean? So I think just, again, with him just being able to train you, that would have boosted his confidence, and I think that's all he needs to walk away. I think stylistically, it's a really good matchup for him. He's clean, he's sharp, he's well-rounded. He can finish it on the feet, he can finish it on the ground, and yeah, I think he just needs to believe and have the confidence to go for it.
Well, that's another thing, right? Everyone probably just thinks he's a striker, because that's all we've really seen in the UFC. But we've seen him on the local scene, like his grappling's very good. So I think he's going to be able to handle it. Obviously, Pantoja's grappling is very, very good. So I'm not expecting him to win every grappling exchange, but I think he's going to be able to deal with it, get himself back to where he wants to be, and start doing work. So, like I said, man, I truly believe that he gets it done this weekend, and I can't wait for it.
I mean, Alexandre Pantoja, we speak about him, okay, maybe he is a bit sloppy, but he is the champion at the end of the day. What dangers does he pose?
Man, he's fighting in his hometown. He's meant to be the king of Rio as well. Like he's the king of Brazil. He's the champion for Brazil, and man, he's definitely not going to walk away giving up that belt, fighting in his home territory. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's dangerous. I know we're saying sloppy. I don't know if sloppy is the right word, but he goes for it, right? He does go for it. He can be quite scrappy. You know, it is a lighter division, so you can get away with it. So if you're doing, you're fighting that style in a heavier division.
It's one shot.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But, so when we talk about that, we've seen what Steve Erceg can do when he puts hands on your chin.
Yeah.
You leave openings like that for Steve Erceg, he's going to take him, and we know he's going to. So,
I think
again, he's very dangerous. It works very well because he's so powerful. He's scrappy. So these are dangers that Steve Erceg has to sort of respect as well. But this is where he can capitalise as well. So where he is most dangerous, it can be his downfall as well. And with someone like Steve Erceg, he can capitalise on that. Yeah,
his strongest point is that he's careless, but that's also what makes him dangerous. But that's also his weak point is that he's so susceptible to being hit or taken down and whatnot.
Yeah, with the right guy in front of him, and I think Steve's that right guy.
Well, it's a pleasure right now to be joined by the pride of Perth himself, Steve Erceg. Steve, thanks so much for your time on the show once again. Now, it's your first title fight week, hopefully the first of many. How are you finding it?
Yeah, it's good. Lots of media have been done, and lots more obligations that come with fighting for a title in a main event, that sort of thing. But trying to take it in my stride and trying to enjoy everything I can.
What's happening, Steve? Volky, just wanted to say, mate, I am absolutely pumped. I'm sure you've got so many questions being asked for you, but I just wanted to say, you do your thing. You've got some of the best fighters in the world that are backing you to go out there and do this. So I want you to have full confidence. I'm sure you do. Can't wait for you to go do your thing, mate. It's your time. And, mate, looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. Means a lot coming from you. And, yeah, I'll do my best.
Hey, Steve. Mate, I'm absolutely excited for you. I know it's a big one for you. I just want to question, do you feel like there is no pressure on your shoulders since everyone is sort of counting you out for this fight?
No, I feel like, yeah, there's lots of pressure on me. I mean, just because I'm the underdog doesn't mean I don't expect myself to win. So I've been dreaming about this moment for a long time. There's plenty of pressure on me, and that just makes me perform better, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go out there, do my thing, and beat up a Brazilian.
Yeah. Second question is, are you still getting a lot of comparisons to yourself and Steve Carell?
Yes, I get it all the time. Yeah, I think it's happening more and more. People are rolling with it. The more they know who I am.
Well, this is quite the unique opportunity we have right now, Steve, because we've got the last man to win a UFC championship from Australia. I might actually ask you, Volk, do you have any advice for Steve that you might want to give to somebody who's been in that position so many times?
Mate, enjoy it. I know there is going to be a lot happening. That's all a part of the process. But I'm completely backing you to do this. And as I said, I've been talking to a lot of people. We all believe in your skills. I'm sure you believe in them. And yeah, just back yourself, mate. Go out there and put on a show. Even though you're over there, that all just adds to the story, mate. All this pressure, enemy territory. You know, however it is, mate, this just makes that story even better, and I can't wait for you to go out there and kick you know what.
Thanks, brother.
Volk, take us back to UFC 245 5 years ago. Your first fight with Max Holloway in December in Vegas, an incredible event. Is there anything that you might have thought that you could do differently with regard to that you might be able to impart on Steve at this juncture in his career? Anything that you'd wish you could change or things that you would do the same? No,
I mean, I've always looked at it, every fight as just, obviously there's a lot of the pressure that's there, but I would literally, I just look at it as a job. You know, I've got a job to do, and that's just how I've always looked at it. So yeah, there's a lot more that comes with it, and I just understand that is UFC fight week. You know, there's going to be a lot of pressure, a lot of media, but that's all a part of it. And I know that, you know, I've got a job to do and that's it. You know, there's a guy in front of me, you know, we've got a game plan and that's all it is. I'm going to go out there and do my job. I don't really I've got a bit of a tunnel vision. I enjoy the process knowing that that's going to get me towards the fight. But other than that, I've got a job to do and I'm going to go out there and do it. And I'm going to back myself. I know I put the work in preparation and that's going to get me the whole way. So that's just how I always looked at it.
Steve, your reaction to that?
Yeah, I guess it sort of solidifies what my thoughts were. Just enjoyed the experience. I got a job to do. And yeah, although some of the stuff that comes with media week and that sort of thing can be not always super enjoyable, it's like part of my job, and I understand that it's there to build my name and do good things for me. So just, yeah, take it in my stride, I guess.
Anything you might want to ask Volk that he's here with you now?
Ask Volk, what's your favourite thing to cook?
Favourite thing to cook? Man, I don't know if I want to tell you now, right? You know what I mean? You're still on that weight, can't you? Yeah, steak. It's got to be steak. So, yeah, I'm sure you got the right people around you feeding you the good stuff. But, yeah, as we said, mate, go out there, get through the fight week. You know, you've got plenty of rest after that weigh-in to go out there and focus on the fight and go shock the world, mate, because I can't wait for you to go and do that.
Thanks, buddy.
And just the last one from me, Steve. Something that was really striking to me is just the experience that Pantoja's got. 32 professional fights. I mean, he's been in some absolute wars, hasn't he?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like a lot of his UFC fights haven't necessarily been wars. He's had a couple recently, but he seems to get to the ground a lot and win fights that way. So I'm expecting that even though he's had a lot of fights, his chin and everything's still there, and it's going to be a tough fight. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to crack his chin over and over again, and if he falls down, great, but if he doesn't, go on 5 rounds.
Well, Steve, we can't wait to see it. Godspeed to you, my friend. Bring it home and all the best this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Let's go.
There it was Steve Erceg, very cerebral, very calm, very focused. Did you like what you saw from Steve?
Yeah, man. Like, obviously, as he said, you know, it's you're always going to do fight week media. It's probably everything's ramped up a lot. It's not only media. You've got to go do the face-offs. You've got to go do all this type of stuff. So it is going to be different. But, you know, you don't have to tell yourself, oh, why am I enjoying this? It's not enjoying it. It's just, it lets you know it's fight week. It lets you know, yeah, this is a big deal. And I'm going to capitalise on this. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like he will do that. He'll get through it. Then, you know, that little wait after the weigh-in is more than enough time for you to just be like, I'm over all that stuff. I've got a job to do and let's go do it. And he's a very calculated type of guy. So maybe he's just getting used to it at the moment, but I guarantee you, come fight time, he's got a job to do and he's going to know what he needs to do.